Hello, Mr. Berry's class. I'm looking at the Pythagorean theorem worksheet. Today is the 25th. This isn't due until March 2nd, so I'm not sure how much you guys are doing on this, but I'm going to take you through the odd ones. You try the even ones. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Correct them, and that's the process of learning. So, number one, we are going to remember the Pythagorean theorem. If we take side A, the shortest leg coming off of the right angle, we take A and we square it, and we add it to B, the longer leg that is attached to the right angle, and square that. That would equal the hypotenuse, which is the side that is across from the right angle, and that it would equal that squared. Okay, so in remembering that, if we know two sides, we could figure out the third. So I don't know this first side. My A I don't know, so I'm going to call it x for now. So x squared plus this side is 8 squared, and the C side is 10 squared. Okay, here we go. I'm going to square those, and then I subtract 64 from both sides. I get x squared by itself equals 36. I'm going to take the square root of those because I don't want to know what x squared is. I want to know what x is. So the square root of x squared is x. The square root of 36 is 6. For number 3, this is my a, b, and c. So I have a squared plus b squared, I don't know it, equals c squared. I go ahead and square those, subtract 9 from both sides, take the square roots, and I get x equals 4. This is going to be a common one. Any multiples of 3, 4, and 5. In the construction biz, they use the 3, 4, 5 rule a lot just to make sure like their walls are going to be, they'll take a measure, they'll measure out 3 feet and 4 feet, and this better be 5 feet or else this is not square. This is not 90-degree angle, which you want to have in your buildings. For number 5, I know my A, I know my B, I don't know my C. So I just take 24 squared plus 32 squared. You could put that in your calculator and just do that. You don't have to write all this out. You could just write that out and get to 1600 right away. I take the square root of 1600 and I get 40. So this side would be 40. My A is 8, so 8 squared. My B, I don't know, it's x squared. And my C is 17 squared. I get 64 and 289. I subtract 64 from both sides. I take the square roots because I don't want to know what x squared is. I take the square root of it and I get x. X equals 15 because 225 squared is, the square root of it is 15. And number 9, my A is 10, my B, I don't know, is x, and my C is 26 squared. So I square those and I get 676. I subtract that 100, take the square root of those, and I get x equals 24. There's another page, worksheet level 2, and I'm going to do the odd ones on here too. For number 5, once again, remember that 3, 4, 5 rule. You already know that h is 5. But if you want to show the work, remember your a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So here's the work for it. Square root of 25 is 5. 7 has 2 problems in one. Yay. So I know my A, my B, and I don't know my B, and I know my C. So here is this one worked out. Ends up being 5.7 something or other. Maybe it was 0.6 and I rounded it to 7. I don't know. I rounded it to the nearest tenth, so 5.7. And that would be meters. I guess I should put those. This one should have been inches. This one's meters. Okay, and then the other side, I know the A, I know the C, but I don't know the B, and my B is Y. So I square those, subtract 16 from both sides, take the square roots, and this one is going to be 20.6 meters. Okay. Try 6, try this practice number 2. It's probably going to be similar to this one a little bit, where you just have to, take some real life situation and use Pythagorean's theorem, so think about it. This one, after reading this about this tree, remember they're tying this down here, 2 feet below the very top. So, I know my A, I know my B, I don't know how tall the tree is. So I know my A, I don't know my B, but I know my C. So it's 625 minus 225. With those squared, I take the square root of 400 and I get 20. But remember, it's tied 2 feet below in this little story here. It's tied 2 feet below the top of the tree. So there's 2 more feet to that tree, besides the 20 feet where that is anchored on, where it's tied to that wire. So add 2 more feet and you got 22 feet tall for that tree. So don't forget about that last little part. Hopefully this helps, and good luck with the rest.